Hello everybody and welcome. As you probably can tell from the title of this video, this is about my new PC I built. And it was expensive. Holy crap, it was expensive. Just quickly, yes, I did use in Danish crowns, because I'm living in Denmark, I used 30,000 Danish crowns. That's around a bit over 4,000 euros. You can just convert it to dollars yourself if you're curious how much that is, but it's almost the same, I think. And that's just for one PC. All the components I bought separately and built. So this video here is literally me talking about my new PC. I am so glad for it because I have waited so goddamn long to make this computer here, because I had a few issues. Not a lot, but a few in for the last year specifically. So I really wanted to make this one. And I did a lot overboard actually, to be honest. But I'm excited. I have been toying with this in for the last 5 days to test it, and everything is running fine. I still need to make a few settings here and there, but I think it's fine. I can almost get ready to record again. If you want to know each component before you watch the rest, I'll put all the components from my new PC down in the description. You can read it there if you don't want to watch this. And also, I will showcase each component and also show a bit how I built it, just a few clips. And I also showcase in each website. However, each website has it in Danish crowns, so if you want to convert them, you need to do them yourself, just so people know. And I will just talk about each component and just my own opinions and everything. And lastly, I will showcase my complete gaming new setup. I changed a few things just to make sure nothing is specifically where it used to be. So I'm excited. So you can see each component, how I built them, what they are, and last I will showcase my completely new setup here. Alright, let's start. The first thing is the casing. I feel that's the most important thing to start with, because you need to put all your stuff in something, right? In a big box. I like putting things in boxes, alright? Don't judge me. Alright, but it's the Corsair 5000D Airflow. Medium tower are used. I make sure all the measurements was precisely right before I bought it. Just double check everything to make sure, but everything was fine. And this is kind of a big case from the old one I had. It's not a lot, but it's a few centimeters bigger in each corner. That's neat to have that. And it's a good casing. As you can see in Danish crowns, it's around 1,391. It can change, of course, over the years. But that is the casing I used. And it's a really good casing. It has a lot of good things going on. It has a lot of space, and you can do so much with this. It's really easy to just pick things apart and just control everything perfectly. If I should nitpick one thing, I will say it's the fans, because there's only 2 fans in this casing. For some people it's not a lot, but I already had a few fans ready, so it was okay for me. So yeah, but damn, it's a good casing. Alright, next one. The motherboard, the spine of the system, of course. I bought the Asus ROG Strix Z790A Gaming Wi-Fi 2. This was also kind of expensive, and I didn't need to get this one, honestly. But I wanted it because it had a lot of those M.2 SSD ports. It has around 5 of them in it. I only needed 3, honestly, but 4 would be nice. But I got 5, that's perfect. And it had a lot of USB ports too. The Wi-Fi was not important, but fair enough. But also it could run the new generation of CPUs. The 14th generation, and again it also had a lot of things. It also has the nice little button here. Let me just quickly showcase here. Is the picture right in the corner. As you see it actually had a start button. That's a neat little mechanic in my eyes. And it also had something here to lock the graphic cards in it. I'm glad I picked this one. And also I want to showcase here, as you probably can see here when I'm showcasing this, it has some beautiful artistry right here in the back. It is gorgeous to look at. Of course, you will never look at the back But it's just a neat touch where all the money is going, you know. So every neat little thing is fine. And it's a pretty one, just looking at the motherboard. So yeah, and it's very easy, just put in the screws and that's that. And it fits perfectly. Alright, now it's the CPU's turn. As of course, it's the brain of the system, so it needs to be powerful of course. And I bought the Intel i7 4700K CPU. This is the new generation of CPUs. It was not necessary to buy this one. I just did it because it was kind of a bit cheap for me. It had a good deal, and also it was only a few hundred Danish crowns more. So I thought, why not? My old CPU was, it's good, but my old CPU was the old i7. Oh, it was 8700K. So that's almost around, I think it's 6 generations below. That's a big gap. And I already now in for the last few days, hell of a lot of difference. Jesus Christ. I have 20 cores now, but 28 threads. I only had 6 cores before. I know the cores is not everything, but it really helps when you have a lot of software, a lot of things going on in the background all the time. Holy crap, it's strong. And that helps a lot because I had a lot of issues in for the last 2 years when I'm editing. The editing software will just crash. Of course, it's only not the CPU's fault all the time, but the really CPU was dragging a lot. So I'm happy with this choice. And of course, we need something to cool the CPU. So I picked, of course, another Corsair thing. It was the iCUE H115i liquid cooling, of course, because I already had a liquid cooling before and I was quite happy with this. I just chose something with 3 fans this time and I got a kind of a good deal. It was around, I think, 300 Danish crown cheaper than this one here, but it's a good one. Holy crap, it's beautiful. I didn't go after the RPG light. I like the colors, of course, but it's not necessary. But all the liquid cooling nowadays has that. Not all, but most of it. So I just picked this one. It was a cool one. And also this one was the most difficult one to, of course, build, because the fans were separate, so you need to put everything in it. I did a few mistakes with the screws in the start, but I changed it in the end and it went fine. And we need to go to the next one. Some is, of course, the RAMs. RAMs. It's all like Gordon Ramsay. I'm Gordon.
You fucking donkey!
Good old Ramsay, yeah, RAMs. It's the Kingston Fury Beast. And again, it has RPG light, of course. The DDR5. I wanted to go up to 64, but I wanted to wait a bit because I already used so much money now. I was like, okay, I need to take it easy. So let's just be a cheapskate a bit before everything, because Christmas was coming on too. I need to buy presents. I still need to buy presents. So it's okay, easy there. So I bought them and I feel they're good. Again, it's the RAMs. It's fine. Also, I did quickly a bit of a mistake there, so people know. Normally, you can see they are called, the slots is like, I think it's A1 and A2 and B1 and B2. I actually made a bit of a mistake. I don't know if it's different, but I put mine in A1 and A2. That's wrong. If you read the guidebooks of us with everything, of course, you actually needed to put them in B1 and B2. I didn't know that. I forgot. I've built a lot of computers. Honestly, I have. But it's been a few years and I forgot a bit. So, but don't worry, most motherboards has kind of a lighting or a sound, or the BIOS will also tell you if something is wrong. Though it doesn't break the system, it's a small little mistake, so that's fine enough. But I'm glad with that one. Now the power supply. Yeah, the power is again a Corsair, as you can see here. A beautiful Corsair here. And it's of course 1000 power. I really needed that 1000. I already had the old one here. 850 is not the same, the precise same one, but it's close. And again, I needed 1000 volts because I bought also, of course, the most expensive graphic card we can get. And of course, it's the new 4090 graphic card. Yep, and that's also from Asus. This graphic card, I chose this one because it was not too expensive. It was kind of okay. I could get something that was a lot cheaper. Honestly, I found something that was a lot cheaper actually. But I didn't know the guys who made it. And I was like, okay, I just want something. So I chose this one. Am I glad? Holy crap, yes. Because I got my old graphic card was a 1070 Ti, and that's an old one, as you already can tell. That's also, I think, it's around 6 to 7 years old now. I think it's 7 years old actually, and it was really chunky right now. The CPU and the graphic card was my issue, and holy crap, this graphic card I have not even used half of the power yet, and I only played around 4 games. God, it's so strong. It's unbelievable. When I touched it, let me showcase it here. It's a freaking big chunky graphic card. It's so big. I don't think it's weird. It had a little, like a cane with it to hold it up so it's not too, I don't know. It's alright. It's just a bit weird. But it makes sense. It's a heavy one. It's really heavy actually. So, understandable. Of course, I'm not done. The graphic card was, of course, the most incredible thing. But I also bought a few more things. It's the storage. Now it's the SSD's time. The small guys, of course. The little guys need something else. I needed some more storage space. So I also wanted something more quicker. I could put my Windows in. I already had an M.2 SSD, but I want something bigger. So I bought the new Samsung 990 Pro SSD, of course, M.2 SSD, and 2 TB of space. That's a lot of space, guys, just so you know. It's a lot of space. It's huge, god damn it. I only had, I think, around 250 gigabytes before, and that was enough, trust me, but 2 terabytes, I can put a lot of games in that if I wanted to. And I actually already had 2 more, so M.2 SSDs, 1 terabyte each. So I also had that in my system. So I actually have 4 M.2 SSDs in my computer right now. 1 is my main Windows, 2 is for storage and gaming of course, and a little one, some is more for all the games and all the videos I am done recording and edited and exported, put it in there before it will come to YouTube. But I needed some strong, and I also need some more space and more for when I'm recording videos. So I bought, of course, another thing, just a bit more, a new Samsung 874 terabyte of storage space from an SSD. The reason why I bought this one, because I needed storage. I need something more to put to longer videos when I'm recording, maybe in few hours, because when, example, my friends are recording Devour example, we recorded almost for over an hour or an hour and a half. I think one of them is actually almost 2 hours. And just quickly so people understand what I'm talking about. When you record long settings, like let's say 2 hours, some I only do a few times, but it takes a lot of space, even when I'm putting the settings to record in M.4. I also have the webcam, and that's a different case. That takes around almost 2 hours of gameplay, is almost 25% of my storage from that 1 terabyte I had before. And I needed to record more after that. I also had other things on the system. I needed something more. And that's why I bought this 4 terabyte. Now you heard all the components I got in my new PC. It's not all of them. I still got a few things from my old PC I put in the new one here. That's only the fans and SSDs. All the rest is completely new. Just people, if they're curious, from the description down below, if they're looking at that. Also, I also want to showcase my new setup here. So let's flip the camera around. Let's do that. Better. Welcome to this angle of the room. This is my setup right here, you can see. It's not perfect, of course, but I'm glad with it. So I want to showcase a little more detail, so let's go a bit closer. Alright, this is my complete gaming setup, as you can see right here. It's quite neat, isn't it? This table right here can go up and down. And I have 3 monitors, as you can probably see. And this mic I'm using right here is the Blue Yeti. An old one actually, but it's working fine. And right here, this is like a little figurine from the Mandalorian to hold my mobile phone. And this here is the new computer I built. Here you can see inside it. I'm really happy how everything was working out. It looks pretty cool, so I'm happy. Back here you can see all my RPG light. And this chair here is actually also new. I threw the old one out so I can get this one, and I'm quite happy. The old one was kinda getting broken slowly. So this one is just perfect for me. And down below here, that is the old PC I used. The only thing it doesn't have is actually Windows. All the other things works fine actually. And beside it is all the empty boxes from the new components from the new computer. And I think that is all I can tell. Oh, I almost forgot. Those lights up here, I can turn them on and off if I want with this remote over here. I use them to have more light in front of my face, like that, and turn this on. I can also turn this over here on, but I don't want to, so I'm just shut it down like that. Very simple. Alright, that's all. I have showcased my setup, my new PC, and a few cuts there and there. I hope you enjoy this. I literally, in for the last week and a few days here, been so excited and also a bit nervous, to be honest. I'm just so glad everything was fitting together perfectly and everything was running fine. I am so glad. It was a lot of money to spend, to be honest. Maybe a bit dumb of me, but I literally have been waited for this for over 2 years almost. I got started over 2 years ago to just put money aside and just hope I can buy a new PC. I actually wanted to buy it last year, but no, it was too early. So I just pushed through. Nothing wrong with the old one. And now I can actually play some of the games I want to play without issues. No frame drops. That was the biggest issues. And sometimes when I'm recording in full HD, that's fine, but in 2K, it's choppy, so like, oh, come on. Now I probably can record in those two ways if I want to, of course, more clean and everything. Oh, maybe it was a bit too much, but I am glad I did this. Damn, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you was not too bored of me. I know it's a bit, I'm not a pro at this. I just did this to explain and tell people how much money I used and showcase my new gaming setup, just how happy I am. If I did a few mistakes with some of the port rock or something showcasing, please tell me. This is my first time I'm actually showcasing all of this. I made an old setup showcase when I started YouTubing, but this is completely different. I still need to figure out the few kinks with this new computer and give me at least a few more days before I will start recording something. So there will not be a lot of videos in for the next 2 to 3 days maybe. But after that, I will probably play something and do more videos. Just give me more time. I just want to enjoy this new thing. You're like I'm a little kid. I got a new thing. I really want to play with it a bit more. I already played with it in for the last 5-6 days now. It's a hell of a fun. It's so awesome how much power this thing has. Thank you for watching. Please give a like. It helps a lot. Subscribing also if you want to follow along. I'm almost at 200 subscribers. It's amazing. I can't believe it because I'm just having fun here. This is just for fun for me. So yeah. But again, see you in the next episode. Have a good day, everybody. See ya. Bye. Bye.